Hi, welcome to Cubs and Culture for April 27th, April 22nd, 2018. Cubs won today, 9-7 over the Rockies. They were playing in Coors Field, so that's again more like 6-4, 6-5. I mean, they all count, but Coors Field started hitting Paradise. It was a very, very weird game. I want to bring up a few things. Almora and Baez are still doing relatively well. Javi had 3 very bad strikeouts today, like ugly strikeouts. But he still hit a home run and a double, and he got 3 ribbies. So I don't know. I think maybe he should. I don't know how long Joe's going to keep him in the second hole. The strikeouts, the second one was with the bases loaded. It looked a little bit like old Baez, or more standard Baez. So I don't know. It's still doing well, everything like that. Quintana ended up having kind of a ugly line, a little bit. Let's see if I can't find it. No, it must be on the. Where even though he pitched 5.1 innings, the hits don't really concern me. 2 of those 4 earned runs because Hayward lost a ball in the sun, so obviously it has to be ruled a hit. But there should really be a third category, and where it's like a team error or something. Because an error is a play in which the average defender should have made, and so there's every once in a while there's a play where like you miss a ball or whatever, where it's usually not ruled a hit. Not usually ruled an error, but it shouldn't really be considered a hit, or in any case, those runs shouldn't be earned. It's one of the weirdness when it comes to baseball. Anyway, this game was very, very weird. It's probably my second favorite game of the year, behind the crazy game against the Braves when they came down from so low. In any case, he seems fine. I'm going to bring up the video in a second, but probably the big news and probably the most pressing concern is I'll just bring up the video right now. He was able to leave the game under his own power, and it seems to be that he passed all the concussion protocol. But it seems like, actually bring that up, Bryant took a ball off not so much his face, but his helmet and his sunglasses. So he ends up having a cut above his eye. And again, he seems to be okay. So let's hope that's okay. And then that was sort of the thing that's hanging over the entire game. And then Almora, he didn't have a great day to play. He did get a couple of hits and ribby and some stuff like that, and he was productive at the plate. But he had an absolutely amazing defensive day. So let me just bring up a couple of the. This catch is amazing. So there's that. He's very good defender. He was also shaken up by this play. He's fine. He played the entire game. And then he had this one. Which is a really nice defensive play. Hugo Albert. I really hope they keep him just as the leadoff guy. He's doing better. Like, he seems to be acclimating better to the leadoff role than Javi is to the second hole. So I don't know how long Joe's going to run this dynamic duo up at the top. I'm getting concerned that Baez might be getting out of sync, but that could just be me being paranoid. Now, the one thing to set this up is I don't really like this player on. I think he's the second baseman. His name is DJ LeMahieu. He's a very good player. He's actually a bit like Ichiro, where he sort of pokes the ball. He doesn't slug a lot, but he pokes the ball into play. But I don't like him because he seems like a jackass. And specifically today, sign stealing is a thing in the baseball, where people on the second base try to look in and see what sort of what the pitch is, which is fine. Everyone does it. Everyone tries to do it. But here's the thing. I'll bring this up. Baez and LeMahieu get into this strange little cat and mouse thing, where Baez kept standing in front of him. But here's the thing: the rule is, as long as the pitch is not being delivered, Baez can be anywhere he wants, and if the pitch is being delivered, he just can't be blocking the base path. So he kept moving in front of LeMahieu, and then moving behind him as the game was happening. And so I don't know exactly what the hell this was about, but the thing is, LeMahieu and the Rockies were complaining about it, and eventually the umpires got involved with it. But as far as I'm concerned, there's nothing that Baez was doing that was wrong. And they can just shut the fuck up about this. Now, the reason why I'm bringing this up is I'll bring up the other play last year against the Diamondbacks. LeMahieu had this absolutely. So this was an extra innings, the bottom of the 10th, and Pollock is on first, and if you watch this, and that's Pollock. Okay, so I'm on the top part of your screen on the left-hand side is DJ LeMahieu. The ball is 3 feet to his left, and he purposely. What are you doing? No, don't show ads. Don't show ads. No, god damn it. He purposely ran into he reaches out and purposely runs into AJ Pollock to force an interference call, and he was eventually called out here, which is fine, because the Diamondbacks ended up winning this game. But this is really the first time I have ever seen a player do that, where he purposely ran into a base runner, not like charging the ball or anything like that, to force an interference call. Because again, let's see if I can't pause it. Because he goes towards second base, even though the ball is towards first base, to run into AJ Pollock. And so because of that, I really don't like DJ LeMahieu, and this thing with Baez, about sign stealing and getting into his way. It seems just like another persnickety bullshit thing that he was doing. That's one of the worst plays I have ever seen. In terms of just sort of like enforcing not so much abusing the rules to help to help your team out, and such bullshit. In any case, that's gonna be it for Cubs and Culture. Cubs won. Have a good day. Cubs and Culture out.